Hello, Tab Nation. It's your boy Tom, and today we're not going to be learning specifically about actually coding, like, typing stuff. I just want to touch on a topic that I've always found interesting and would think hopefully you guys could learn something from it. Is when is a bug in your code worth fixing? I know that sounds crazy. There's a bug in your code. You should fix it. Not always. And so that's why I wanted to kind of touch on that topic. Can't speak today. So, there's that joke out there. It's not a bug, it's a feature. It's funny. Maybe don't tell your boss that, but no joke, I've actually experienced that. We, at a company I used to work for, we had this bug where, or whatever reason, maybe not a bug, maybe it was the system or something, but our script that we were using every single day, 24 hours a day, basically, for all the different people working across the country, it would crash. Our script would just crash. And it was happening probably about once a month for people. And so it was like, okay, we could sit here and try to figure out why, maybe never solve the issue. But we actually saw that as a feature instead of a bug. And the reason why is because, well, first of all, it wasn't happening that often. It was once a month for a person. All they had to do was relaunch the runner, which is what we called it, and they were fine. So it's taking, 10 seconds out of someone's month to run it. But it had a benefit, though, like a huge benefit. And that was that we would have people so we had a script that was called like the runner or something. You would launch that, and it would actually check for whatever the newest version of the software was and launch that. We had a problem because a lot of people would never restart their computer or check if there was a newer version. And I would have people come to me and be like, "Oh, I'm having this weird issue." And I'm like, "Really? We solved that problem like 6 months ago." And I would look, I'd be like, "Oh my God, you're running a version from 6 months ago. Like, we're like 3 versions ahead of that." And just because they would never restart their computer, never read the email saying, "Please launch the new one." So we saw it as a feature because it was forcing them every month to get the newest version of the software. So it's usually, said as a joke, but like it can actually be a serious thing where a bug does become a feature. Now, something, and every company is going to be different, every situation is going to be different. When you have a bug that's popping up, the question is it worth fixing? Most people are going to always say, yeah, we got to fix this. But, I mean, you got to calculate a few things. So some of the stuff you're going to want to look at is, you know, how serious of a bug is it? How much downtime is it creating? Like that one example, is it causing them to waste 10 seconds a month? But it's going to take me an hour to fix. That's going to take years for that time to be worth it. And within years, we might be moving on to version 2 of the script, version 3 of the script, meaning that I put all that time, it never actually like turned around as being beneficial. So that's something to really look at, is just how much time is this problem causing each user? Obviously calculate all the users together as one. How much time do I think it's going to take me to fix? Is it going to be beneficial? No. Now, obviously, even if it is happening once a month, but it's like ticking off your customers big time, okay, yeah, we might not ever make that time back, but it's pissing off the customers. Not a waste of time, but obviously keeping the customers happy is, important. So there's a lot of variables you got to calculate. Some stuff you will have the data of like how much time versus how much time, where it's also how much time versus client happiness. Both are very equally important. So there's a bunch of like variables to look at there. Variables. And it can be hard because you are estimating, do I know what the problem is? Exactly, like I know where to go, I know how to fix it, or am I going to have to sit here and spend an hour just trying to figure out why this is happening and then do the coding? That can be rough to calculate, but just give it your best estimate on if it's going to help you in the long run. Another thing I guess I would say is when it comes down to is a bug worth fixing is also just priority. Maybe you have 5 bugs coming in. You need to prioritize which ones you're going to fix first. And at some point, they might be like, okay, I only have enough time to fix these 5, so I'm going to pick these 2, and we're just not going to fix them because it's just, in the long run, it's just not worth it. So that's basically all I wanted to say, is just kind of throw out, some ideas I've had how to calculate that stuff. Like I said, I can't give you a 100% answer. Every project's going to be different. Every bug's going to be different. Your company versus that company is going to be different. But yeah, so if you guys have any other ideas or any experiences you've had, especially with that a bug becomes a feature, I always like hearing those and how it played out, because they're funny stories, because it's based off a joke basically, but it can actually have real world effects. Let me know in the comments below. I definitely want to hear that kind of stuff. And just in case you don't know, watch one of my videos from a few videos back. I have created a AutoHotkey Chrome extension. The idea here is to basically be able to quickly search for stuff. I know you can go to Google and search, but this is saving you time. I don't have to have another tab open with Google. I don't have to type in AutoHotkey send command or documentation. You just type in the word send, push enter, boom, it takes you straight to the documentation. Maybe you want to go to my YouTube channel or someone else's YouTube channel. You can type in send and say Tab Nation, search, and it's automatically going to take you to that video on my send commands or whatever you're looking for. It's also got built-in features like common functions that people use, a toggle, run as admin, a bunch of different things. So it's a good way that you can click on it, say put into my clipboard, automatically it's in your clipboard. So it's a fast way to get common used functions that you're using as you're coding. I am slowly, hopefully this will work out, building an IDE based off AHK into Chrome, so that way you can code in Chrome. I think this would be useful if you're at the job and it's kind of like, we don't want you downloading Notepad++ or VS Code or whatever. Well, as long as you have access to Chrome, you'll be able to code. So, there is other options. It also has a bunch of links to different AutoHotkey programs like pullovers, macro recorder, quick access pop-up. So it's also got a lot of quick links to very common sites, threads, that kind of things, all the subs. It takes you to Facebook, Reddit, all that. So it has a lot going on. I'm also looking for more ideas. So if you guys want to alpha test it, hit me up in my email under the About tab, which if you go to my main channel page, you just click that About tab, has my email. Just shoot me an email saying that you want to do alpha testing, and I'll send you the file with instructions on how to do that. The instructions actually are in that video that I made a few videos about the extension, so you can watch that for a better intro. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like this, just because it lets me know what kind of videos you guys like, so I can know if to stop them or do more. And yeah, throwing 1-2 videos out every single week for you guys. See ya on the next one. And thanks for dealing with my ranting there.